Hey everyone, it's Mike, and this is scenario 9 of Operation Mercury, Dancing at the Gala. So this is a scenario, I've got it all set up. It's a little bit of a bigger scenario, so if we can see, it is played on the Malame map. That's all the way over there. And then it has the Canea and Suda map as well, which extends all the way down here, which we probably won't be using much of any of that. So, if we're following our history, it is May 25th. The counterattack has failed. The Germans have chased the New Zealanders across the map here. They are in good order, so to speak. And the Germans and the New Zealanders have retreated in good order somewhat. So this is the first scenario, and there's a couple things that we'll be seeing for the first time. One thing to point out, we have 3 conf group commanders. We have Major Schult and Oberst Wittmann and Major Heilmann. So those will be important. Basically, my plan is to try and put them in contact with the artillery. So basically have them sit in like artillery parks, near artillery parks, and basically have those continue to pump out the shells, so to speak. So that's one consideration. Another consideration is we have a couple of night reinforcements over there. All of our New Zealanders are on board, so we don't have a ton in terms of reinforcements. We do have a couple more serials, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So if we look, we see the rest of this formation down here lands, and then we have another formation as well as some more artillery. So we have one full park, so we could start our second park here if we wanted. So basically they'll all land at the airport and then basically double time it. So on the 25th, I'll put our markers here, they land on the 0700 and the 1500 turn. Alright. So let's talk about the big thing that's different. Trying to think where it's hidden. Yeah. So let's talk about the big things that are different in this scenario. And it goes to the victory conditions. So, if you look in the center of the map, and this is a 2-day scenario, by the way, so it's longer too than the last ones we played. If the Germans control these 2 hexes at the start of if they do not control those 2 hexes at the start of the 0700 May 26 turn, which is the end of the first day, the Allies win a sudden death victory. So it doesn't seem too hard. So if they do that, the Allies win. If they fail to do that, the best that they can achieve is a draw. So how do they achieve a draw? Well, at the end of the game, they need both Canea and Suda, the ports, and Allied withdrawal must not have been triggered. So how do the Germans win? Well, if they hold either one of these at the end of the game, which means that they can get that before the end of the game, and the Germans will have a chance to kind of counterattack. or trigger allied withdrawal. And you trigger withdrawal by driving the morale down to 0. So how do you drive morale down? Well, for every non-Greek step you eliminate, you subtract 1. If the allies reach diminished supply on this main map here, they'll go down. There's no naval units in this scenario. If we get control of either one of these ports, it'll go down 10. But they also have the option to withdraw units to gain morale back, and if they eliminate German steps, they will also gain steps back. And in this scenario, there is no withdrawal, so to speak. Those rules are not in effect. So a couple different things that have to be done. And that is a sudden death victory condition. So then there are these units that have the time markers on them. So they're reserves. They may not be activated until a German unit is within 7 hexes of here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like there. Or here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Once that happens, these activate. And then they are released. Okay. So lastly, the other thing is that in this scenario, on each day we'll get 4 airstrikes to allocate to any turn that we wish. And I'm gonna allocate them to this turn. So when we pull either of our division chits, we may use them. The German division chits. So I'll just leave them over here so we don't forget. Alright. So, with all that being said, we'll toss all of this stuff in here. And we'll start with this formation. So this leader is out of range of the artillery park, which is unfortunate. So now, the question is how much do we fight the Greeks here, and how much do we just kind of push on past? So what is everyone's assignments going to be? Like, are they going to drive straight to the ports? You know, are they basically going to do a death match? Because let's see if there's 20 steps here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26, 28, 30. So there's 30 right here. So do they duke it out with these guys? Or do they push along the south here? It's a good question. So I have thought about it a little, and we will use some of our units to basically screen here. So these guys will go then the rest we will send 1, 2, 3, 4 up the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's basically that. We'll hold on to our command points at this point in time. So second New Zealand. So we'll roll for command points. So they get 3 plus their command point rating, which is 4. So they get 7. And dispatch, they get 2. Okay. Now these guys are all out of command. And if we look at this, how the Greeks activate, they are in command if in range of any allied leader. During division activation and direct command, Greek units within the command range of any allied leader of the activated division may be activated normally. So that is not the case. So let's get some fire out there. Let's start making some rolls. So company bonus, but we miss. This fella here. This will cost a command point. Company bonus hit, but we get a miss. We'll try and dig in here. So we get it, but we draw opportunity fire from this unit, which hits. We miss, and opportunity fire here, which misses. So he gets an IP. And then we'll try this unit here. Fails. But we do get an IP, or opportunity fire shot from him, which fails. We'll do our attack here. That works. That is a command point. That's another. These are in command. Let's send him there. IP. So IP. 1, 2, 3. 1 success. 2 men at work markers. this unit here will attack there. Miss. That's another command point. We do have some artillery we could fire with. That's another command point. Let's go with the IP here. Fail. Opportunity fire from here is a success. And we land a cohesion hit. And drop a marker. We also get an opportunity fire attempt from here, which is successful, despite the... Or actually, since it's under the light barrage, there is no fire zone. So let's do this unit. And then let's go... Okay. I guess there'll always be time later to put them in improved positions. So Allied Direct Command. So we spent a good chunk of those. Is there any we want to spend from these guys? We will do, that's out of range. We will do this one to this one. Ooh, and we get a lucky suppression. The idea is the barrage markers along the front should help stifle any advance, ideally. Alright. Bad Boy Infantry Division. So the first thing we'll do, I already packed this unit up, but we're going to move them out. But the first thing we should do is we should roll for command points, which we get 2 plus scenario says, hello, 5. So we get 7. That's good. That's a good chunk of points. So that'll put us at 13, and then dispatch 3. So we get 1 point for that, and our rating is 3, so we get 2 points total. Pretty nice. So then we will bring in these fellows. Actually, we'll roll 6. I'm sure that's fine. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 9, I think, is the only one. I think that might get a cohesion hit. Or actually, it gets 2 cohesion hits. Wait. I don't think we have to do that at all, because there's no fire zone on that. Let me check. So we don't have to do that at all. Alright. Some treats for next time. Alright. So now let's see what we can do. So let's go there, there, here, well, I hope you can hear this cat purring, because she's pretty happy. She must know something I don't know about the game. Yeah, I guess what I'm looking up is, I think only the allies are subject to the restriction of within 3 hexes when they're doing the airstrikes. Because if we go back to a lot of these early scenarios, it does say to ignore the requirement, but it wouldn't have to explain that if that was the rule at all for the Germans. Like if the Germans weren't subject to that restriction, they wouldn't put it there. So I guess I'm talking myself out of it. So within 3 hexes, damn it. Within 3 hexes of a friendly unit. 1, 2, 3, that's fine. And 1, 2, 3. So we'll eliminate this unit. Since it's a 0-step unit, it doesn't count for morale. We'll eliminate this unit, which doesn't count for morale. But if we don't have these barrage markers coming out, and the barrage markers, they're beneficial in a lot of reasons for restricting fire zones, reducing firepower, softening up a target for assault. But they're a big pain in the butt for an advancing force, because it's going to slow down that, the advance. It's going to narrow the axis of advance. So we don't want those, for sure. So we definitely got pretty lucky in that we hit both of those. So let's see if we can get these out of our way too. So that's a miss. Big miss. Okay, well, you know what? I'm happy with the results. We got rid of 2 mortar companies. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of chits here. So let's get some artillery. And since we rolled a 9, that one is going to fall out of contact. So that costs 3 points. That's another 2. Let's see. 3. Possible suppression. They'll pay a point to pass. So that's 4. And we get a step loss. 5. Alright. I would love to just spend them all, but we really shouldn't. So that will drive it down to 19. Let's see, is there anyone? Yes, let's keep moving these guys forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, or 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. It's right there. So some of these units, I want to point out, some of these units have yellow assault ratings. That's pretty nasty. So if we look at, if we look at direct high explosive, man, that's a 10% chance of a step loss. You have suppression results. You know, you could potentially end up with some nice modifiers, depending on the situation. So those are pretty cool. Those are assault engineers, basically, I'm guessing, you know, pioneers, maybe flamethrowers, I don't know. Okay. Alright, more Germans. So command points, 4 plus their rating, which is forgot to move him. Okay. Right, so 4 plus 5 is 9. So they'll go up to 13, and their dispatch rating is 2. So they get 2 points. Pretty good for them. Alright. So let's put some fire out there. So why don't we start with this guy? Company bonus, we hit. We roll a 4, we miss. Let's see. We have some artillery pieces here. Possible suppression. We'll chance it, and we fail. So that costs another command point. There should be a barrage marker, but I'll put it there in a second. Let's do this one. Miss. No barrage marker since we rolled a 9. Company bonus. Get a cohesion hit and a barrage. That's another command point. Let's do this one. Company bonus, we hit. We miss the roll. See, these mortars, though, the mortars, the thing you gotta remember is no matter what the odds are, you have a 10% chance of doing a step loss, which is pretty good. So that doesn't cost anything since this unit does not have a fire zone. So then we'll go here. Oh, it's barraged. See, that's why this is a great module. It reminds you. I guess they'll spend a point to do that. We'll remove that suppression. And we'll do one last attack with this unit. Ah, crap, they're barraged. Alright. Let's call it there. Let's go to the next chit. German Direct Command. Well. Yeah, let's see if we can plow this unit out of the way. We'll take one last shot at it. And we hit it. Very nice. So at a cost of 1 point, we drive the Allied morale level down 1. Now I could spend another point to move up, but there's no rush. There's really no rush. Once these barrage markers, once the smoke clears, we'll have a better shot at it. German random event. Lost Fallschirmjäger, huh? Well, I don't think we have anyone. I guess the answer is no. We're not lost. Everyone's fine here. That's too bad. Almost wish you could save it. Alright, so Creep 4. Creep Force. Let's go Command points, dispatch. So they get six and two. Oh, everyone pulled that off. That's pretty cool. All right. You know, it'd be kind of interesting is if we moved some of these out. So those are the only ones that have their own transport. Oh, this one does too. And then I guess what I could do is we should have a truck. Do we not have a truck? I guess we don't have any trucks. That's too bad. Because I sure would have liked to have moved some of them up. Okay. So that's that. Let's see. We'll dig in here. Here. Here, here, and here. 1, 2, 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We'll dig in here. Here. Oops. Here we'll roll twice. Got it both times. Here. And then this guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4. I think the rest are basically frozen. We'll have this guy pop a shot. Ooh, and he gets the lucky cohesion hit. So these guys are all in command, these Greeks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that's as far as they can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, I want to try and prevent the outflank, because that's a very real possibility. And as long as we're here, miss. That's 1 point. Oops. Hey, and we get a step loss. So Fallschirmjägers would come in handy. So that does drive up the Allied morale level. So let's mark that with 1. I'll mark that with 2. Alright, so we're done with the turn. So a couple of things I didn't mention that I want to. Is we'll roll to check the supply status. And when we do, there's a chance that we'll get this, which is -3. And these ports are worth 10. So if we get one of those ports, we'll reduce that status right away. Yeah. Okay. So interesting start. And I'm definitely excited to see where this scenario and the next one go, because those are our last 2 scenarios before we start the campaign game. Alright, so this one was a little slow getting started, but I'm sure we'll be back and flying through it before you know it. Again, thanks for watching. My name is Mike, and I hope you have a lovely day.